Okay guys, so today we learned how to add, subtract, and multiply polynomials. Remember that polynomials means that you have multiple terms. So on adding and subtracting, all you're doing is combining like terms, and you just need to make sure that you're combining the correct like term. Don't just go with the first term and the first term get put together, second, third. You have to look at the terms. So we're going to write everything out. So on this first one, we are going to act when it's adding and subtracting, when it's adding like the parentheses don't matter. So x squared minus 3x plus 5. And then with subtraction, we have to act like the parentheses do matter. So we are going to distribute that subtraction sign to all three of those signs. So all three of those signs in the second parentheses are going to change. So this is going to be 4x squared minus 8x and minus 9. Now at this point we have to put together all of our like terms. So I see an x squared here and an x squared here, which would be 1x squared and 4x squared, which is 5x squared. So those two are going to go together. We always want to put this in descending order. So the next one we have is negative 3x and negative 8x. So negative 3 and negative 8 is negative 11x. And the last one we have is the 5 and the negative 9. So 5 take away 9 is negative 4. And that's it. So with addition on the next one, we can actually act as if we don't have parentheses, and we're just adding all of those terms, and the signs do not change because addition doesn't change the signs. So we're going to look for 3s to the third and 4s to the third. Those two would be put together to make 7s to the third. You don't do anything with the term. Leave the term the same. We have negative 2s squared, which is the only thing there. So we're going to have minus 2s squared. We have 1s and 7s, which make 8s. And we have 10. It's just by itself. Okay, for the third one, parentheses do matter for subtraction. You're going to have to subtract all of these terms, which means all of their signs are going to change. So minus a to the third minus 4a squared plus 12a and minus 4. Now when we combine our like terms, we have a negative a to the third. That's the first thing, which is the biggest exponent. So we put that first. We have 2a squared and negative 4a squared, which gives you negative 2a squared. We have the 12a, which would come next. And then we have the negative 8 and the negative 4, which is negative 12. Okay, for the last one, it's addition. So remember with addition, parentheses don't matter. You can pretty much just drop them and keep all the signs. None of the signs need to change. Okay? So we combine our like term. I'm going to start with the highest exponent, which is the 2c, to the third. And then we have a 5c squared. Not combining with anything, so notice we just write the term by itself. Then we have 7c and minus 6c. So 7 minus 6 is 1c. And last we have the 1 and the 8, which would make 9. Okay, so that's addition and subtraction. Then we're going to move on to multiplication. So with multiplication, we're going to do the box method. So when you have two terms here, and you're multiplying it by basically 3 terms, you're going to make a box that has 2 rows and 3 columns. So 2 rows 3 columns. The 2 rows come from the first 2 terms, and the 3 columns come from the 3 terms that are in that second set of parentheses. So the x squared plus 6x minus 2. Please make sure that you put the minus in front of the 2. Now we're going to multiply everything. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 6x is 6x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. This is all multiplication. Negative 1 times x squared is negative 1x squared. Negative 1 times 6x is negative 6x. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. At this point now, you're going to do what you did in problems 1 through 4. You're going to combine all of your like terms and start with the highest exponent first. So if you notice, I have 6x squared and negative x squared. I also have negative 2x and negative 6x. So those are my terms that are actually alike. Everything else doesn't have a like term. So when I write my answer, I'm going to start with the x cubed, which is the highest exponent. Then I need to combine my negative x squared and my plus 6x squared, which would be 5x squared. Then I need to combine my negative 6x and negative 2x for negative 8x. And then I need to add the 2 at the end. So they should be in decreasing order with the highest exponent first. And this would be your final answer. Okay? Now, whenever they give you 3 parentheses like this, okay, or like number 7 where it's to the 3rd power, you have to do 2 first and then multiply your answer that you get from multiplying the first 2. Okay? You multiply that by the 3rd one. So we're going to do x plus 4 times x minus 1 first. And when I do that, I'm going to do the distributive method on this one. So I'm going to take x and distribute it to x. X times x is x squared. I'm going to take x and distribute it to negative 1, which is negative 1x. I'm going to take 4 and distribute to x, which is 4x. And I'm going to take 4 and distribute to negative 1, which is negative 4. When I combine my like terms that I have here, I'm going to get x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now I still have to multiply that by the x plus 3 that's at the end of that problem. Okay? So now it becomes a problem just like number 5. I'm going to do this one with distributing also instead of the box, and then I'll do number 7 with the box. So when I multiply, what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply this term by all 3, and then I'm going to multiply the 3 by all 3. So I'm actually distributing 6 times here. Okay? So let's do the x. X times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Okay, now I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times 3x is 9x. And 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Now that I have all my terms, I'm going to combine the like ones, just like I did up at the top. I don't have anything that goes with x cubed. I have those 2 that go together for the squareds, and these 2 that go together for the x's. So I'm going to put them in order with the biggest one first. So x cubed, then 3x squared plus 3x squared, these 2 right here, becomes 6x squared, and then negative 4x and positive 9x is positive 5x, and then minus 12. And so that would be my final answer. Okay, the last 2, number 7, this is y plus 5. So this is going to be y plus 5, y plus 5 cubed means y plus 5 times y plus 5 times y plus 5. Okay, so it's 3 of them, which means we have to solve this problem exactly like we solved number 6. So this problem I'll do with the box. Remember that anytime you have 3 of them, you have to do 2 of them first before you can then multiply by the 3rd one. You cannot multiply all 3 of them at one time. That is impossible. So I'm going to do y plus 5 times y plus 5, which is going to give me y squared, 5y, 5y, and 25. When I put together my like terms, which are these two, I'll end up getting x squared plus 10y plus 25. Now that still has to be multiplied by the y plus 5 that's over here. Okay, so I'm going to do a 2 by 3 box for this one, just like we did in number 5. Y plus 5, that's two terms. Y squared, I put an x here, it should be a y. Y squared, 10y, and 25 should go here. So y squared times y becomes y cubed. 10y times y becomes 10y squared. 25 times y becomes 25y. 5 times y squared is 5y squared. 5 times 10y is 50y. And 5 times 25 is 125. Now I have to put all of my like terms together. So I have a set here that look alike, and I have a set here that look alike. So when I write them all out, highest exponent first, so y to the third. 5y squared and 10y squared is 15y squared. 50y and 25y is 75y's, and then plus 125. So that would be the final answer. All right, the last one is an application problem, kind of taking you back to geometry and using some stuff that you learned in geometry. We're going to find the area and the perimeter of this triangle, okay? Now, we're not, this isn't going to be a number. This is just going to be a set of terms. We're going to add up all the terms, and our answer is going to be just an expression. It is not going to be an actual answer. So let's do perimeter first. Perimeter, remember, is adding up all the sides. So that's going to be 3a plus 6a minus 3 plus 9a plus 10. All we did was take all three sides and add them together. Now we're going to combine our like terms. We have 3a, 6a, and 9a for a total of 18a. And we have negative 3 and positive 10, which gives us positive 7. So that would be my perimeter, 18a plus 7. Now, my area, I'm going to follow the equation that's given to me in the problem. The equation is area equals base times height divided by 2. Well, the base of my triangle is the 9a plus 10. I have to multiply that by the height of my triangle, which is 3a. So the 6a minus 3 actually has nothing to do with the area in this problem because it's not the base nor is it the height. So I'm going to take 3a times 9a plus 10 and divide it by 2. Well, 3a times 9a plus 10 is just like we were to distribute this to those two. So we're going to have 27a squared plus 30a divided by 2. Okay? And so when we do that, we can either leave the answer like that or we can change this to 27 over 2a squared plus 15a. Okay? And that would be the area.